Hey guys, today we're going to look at a scenario where Morocco invades Western Sahara. Now, this may be an interesting video, but I'm gonna make it as interesting as I can. Now, I know you may think it's boring, but I mean, everybody's doing United States and stuff, and everybody's focusing on Russia and Ukraine. But I decided, why not just make something that's not been done before? So, Morocco already controls like a majority of the Sahara's territory. I think it's like this much, like right about here. So they would already probably get a standstill. But we're gonna say in reality though they would already have won because this is just a narrow strip of land. But let's say that the Western Sahara gets help from foreign powers. Let's just say that, for example, let's say Russia decides to send supplies but doesn't join the war, and that causes the United States to send supplies to Morocco to help Morocco beat the Western Sahara. So it's going to be essentially like a USA versus Russia, but not really. So firstly, we see some Moroccan troops coming onto the border and pushing into the part of Western Sahara that they already claim. I know that it's kind of weird because they claim this and they're invading themselves, essentially, but we're going to be disregarding that. And we're going to say that they would probably go this far because it's kind of hard to invade a desert. But for bad news for them, though, we see Algeria deciding to join the war because they don't like Morocco. Okay, so immediately this is what the borders are looking like. Also, Iberia joins, so Spain and Portugal decide to join on the side of Morocco because they don't like Algeria and they just want the sweet, juicy land. France has been trying to butt up with Algeria lately, but they wouldn't probably want to join in a war against the United States, and even though the U.S. probably would want to join a war like this if Algeria joined against Morocco, I'm pretty sure that just for this video they'll stay out because that'll ruin the video. So anyway, with U.S. is still sending a lot more supplies though, but Russia is sending supplies to Western Sahara and Algeria now, so it's a pretty evenly fight. So anyway, moving on, it looks like that the Russian supplies get to Algeria and they can finally invade. Well, they already could have invaded because they were a little stronger than Morocco, but this is as much as they probably will get, is this little bit right here. Anyway, back to the Moroccan invasion of Western Sahara. They push in, they kept pushing in, then they go for their land they already occupy, because I mean, not really, like they just, I don't know, but like they take their land back, and then they have fully invaded the Western Sahara. So then, finally, they have to deal with Algeria. So then, Algeria gets pushed into, and Spain and Portugal start a little push into here. Now, I'm pretty sure that they would probably join a different side, but just for this video, we're going to have Tunisia on the side of Algeria. Because let's just say they don't like Morocco. And also for this scenario, we're going to say that Mauritania, I think, is this one right here. Let's just say Mauritania decides to join the war because they had some sort of claim over Western Sahara, I think, as well. I don't know, it was something to do with that, and that's why the Western Sahara is not fully Morocco's. But anyway, this is pretty much what it looks like. So, I'm saying this is pretty balanced. Now, Russia won't be supplying Mauritania, really. So, we're going to just see it play out differently. And so, it's pretty much what it seems to be like here. So, we're just going to see, like, push out from the Western Sahara. And also, we're going to also see some push-ups into Algeria, but they do get pushed back, though, a little bit by Tunisia and the Algerian army. So, they're going to go and try to go to a new strategy. They're going to cut off Mauritania and Algeria from each other. So that goes pretty successfully. So this is looking pretty bad because they're both cut in half pretty much. So they expanded even further just so they don't get invaded fully. And they decide to try to distance Mauritania as far away as they can from Morocco and Western Sahara, so they would have to push through all that, and pushing through the deserts ain't really that fun. So it's a pretty slow but somewhat easy process of them pushing through Algeria and Mauritania and Tunisia, especially with the Spanish now making some naval landings over and up here. And so then they push in more and to make some naval landings over here in the Mediterranean Sea. And an encirclement is starting to happen. So they try to do an encirclement, and it goes kind of successfully. There's going to be a lot of resistance going on, but they managed to do it, but it's not going to be really stable. So they're going to keep pushing on. And eventually they are going to have taken all the coastal cities and areas here of Algeria, which is very blowing to them. So that means that pretty much Algeria is about to fall. And they also got Tunisia, I forgot to say that. So they capture all of Algeria, and then they got to just focus on Mauritania. So Mauritania is easily wiped out. Mauritania really ain't that rich. So this is what the world borders looks like right now. So Morocco wins. So we're going to see a peace settlement. So right here is the peace treaty. So Morocco is going to get all this territory because they were the main aggressor. Over here is a weakened and very poor Algeria. Right over here is Spain's claim over to their parts of northern Algeria, and Portugal gets this little bit right here. Or no, Spain will get this little bit right there, the one here in the full black. They get that, and Portugal gets this. So I think that's fair. The peace treaty may not be the best, but at the end of the day, it's better than what any European can do, probably. So yeah. So that is the end of today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.